All right, Shalom. I want to start out by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto you. How about Shema Shabbat, Shema Kakwadash, double honor to the apostles and elders of great millstone. Shalom to all the came out there preaching the word of sincerity and the truth. Yeah, you have this article that came out dealing with historians revealed that Achilles in ancient Greek mythology was black, as whites react black Achilles. And if you go into the backlog of Achilles, that's where the movie Troy was created after. This mythological demigod, so to speak, because he was dipped in a river, through his mom, and she actually held his heel, and that heel was his only vulnerable point, where if his heel would be pierced, it was basically where you get the term Achilles heel. That was his weak point, like Samson's weak point. He was basically, as it is written in Psalms 82 and 6, you shall be like gods, but you shall fall like men. Samson's weak point was what? His locks. That's why dealing with Delilah, she got his locks chopped off so that he could actually lose his virtue, spiritual power, that spirit that was on him. So the same thing applied with Achilles, which Achilles was not an actual man. It was just a story, legend. That's why when you look into the word mythos or mythology, it really means the study of truth. Mythos, which is oral writings, that actually had a spiritual, truthful undertone, because they got all this stuff out of the scriptures anyways. Then Esau, what he did through the turning of things upside down, whitewashing the images, putting plastering his energy and dropping his his remixing the images of truth, turning them into a lie. That's why it says that in Job 9:24, how he covered the faces of the judges thereof, if not wherein who is he, being the wicked. So it says, in a world where human bias has led to lies and uprising of ancient heritages, black people have been at the receiving end of centuries of cultural appropriation, heritage theft, and other forms of whitewashing of black history. Yep, and that was mainly through what? The Europeans. All right, that's why when you deal with biblical movies, you see nothing but what? Edomites. It's never a so-called Negro in the midst. They might put a Hamite in a movie just to save face, but when it deals with the actual individuals that actually had the mind frame to build, the leaders of the people, Moses, Aaron, Abraham, Daniel, these righteous men, of course, Yahweh Shai, they're going to make them so-called white men, as well as the pharaohs, as well as any major dark nation in history. They transition the image. Beethoven, Mozart, those was Jakes, man. That's been historically proven. I heard this topic on radio, was Mozart a Jake, or was he a so-called black man? This article goes into it. For the sake of time, I'm doing my thing at this little house, little dry. I got to go back in, little dry cleaners. But that's basically the topic of the debate, and I wanted to push this out in the spirit because the truth is coming out, man. These devils, they held on to a false narrative for a said time through his witchcraft and his basically trickery, sorcery. But this is the time where the prophets are consuming this devil. All right, that's why it tells you that in Revelations how he's gonna push out a high amount of lies within the world. But our job is to crush these lies with truth. So this is 1 Maccabees 3:48. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. Right. And who is the heathens? These other nations. All right, and it was mainly dealing with Esau. But this is the time pursuing Isaiah 25:7, which I'm going to get to close with. Isaiah 25:7, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. Yeah, so this is where the covering of lies are being unveiled through what? The revelations of truth. So hopefully brothers will edify them and end by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Shema Shabbat Shema Kakwadash, double honor to the apostle and others, great millstone. Shalom Akim.